What's good? It's Mr. Rich Off Pips back at it again with another video, giving you guys some more value, some more sauce that you guys can take into your trading. Today we're gonna talk about it, wick entries.
I swear none of you niggas is trading. None of you niggas is trading though.
Ace banks, turn up.
I do not trap, nigga, I trade. I'm on my ass and still getting paid. I'm rich off these pips, nigga self-made. You was 30, put in pain. I'm hitting CP.
Okay guys, so today I'm gonna be showing you guys the wick entry strategy. This is the strategy that I use to enter a lot of my trades. Okay, so first off, what is a wick, right? We gotta make sure that we know what the hell a wick is. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw it up for you guys real quick. Basically, this will be a bullish candlestick, right? And this would be a wick. A long wick will be under it, basically showing that price was down here and the bulls pushed it back up here, right? So that would be a wick. So that's the bullish wick, but a bearish wick would look like this, right? Got our bearish candlestick. Turn that to red, right? And this will be our wick, basically showing that price is all the way up here and the bears pushed it all the way back down. So basically what I'm doing is I'm looking for these wicks on a 4-hour time frame. So I'm going to show you a couple of setups that I sent to my team today and show you guys why. And these were wick entries. So we're back on Euro odd. And just for example, here's a wick setup right here that I circle right here, right? Again, we draw support and resistance. And I already circled this big wick right here, right? And then after that, look what happened. After this big wick on this support area, price went up. See another one. Look, wicks over here, big wick. So now this was my selling area that I marked up. Now I'm gonna show you guys the trade that I sent to my team today. It's right here. As you guys can see, we had our triple top form. Mark this up. You know, I already drew up my M. Then it went ahead and came back and retested this area again, all the way up here. I don't know if you guys can see the wick, but it's all the way up here. And it came back down. Okay, so basically after I seen this big ass wick right here on a 4-hour time frame, so I said to myself, okay, well, there's a lot of selling pressure right there, as I already knew because I created this box. So I said to myself, okay, I'm gonna go to my entry time frames and see if I could catch some of this move going back to the downside, because usually when we see a big bearish wick like this, what's going to happen is a bearish candle is going to follow it. So knowing this, I go into my 15, 30, whatever you prefer, and I go to my 15 and I simply just put my stop loss 15 pips into the selling area. Okay, because I know that most likely price isn't going to come back up there after that big wick had formed on the 4-hour. So I'm going for an easy 30 pips here. Right now we're in profit, and that's how that's looking right now. So the next example is on USD Swiss Franc. And as you guys can see on my 4-hour, I had drew up my support and my resistance area. But what happened was this area, look, we got a big wick right here on our support area. Boom. And then look, it went up crazy. And then it broke our resistance area. And now this once was resistance is now support. So let me write that down so you guys don't get confused. This is support. Ooh. Support. So now this is our support. This is our new buying area, which is why it's green. So I seen price retest it and this big wick followed, showing that there's a lot of buying pressure. So that's why I entered this trade. As you guys can see, I didn't get a perfect entry right here. I entered in a little late, but I put my stop loss in my buy area where the wick was at. As you guys can see on the 4-hour, my stop loss is below the wick on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, guys, so this is all CAD. So we're on a 1-hour time frame and price has been selling for a long time. So, okay, guys, so we're on all CAD and we're on a 1-hour time frame. And I see it's been selling for a while now. And also I've seen the wicks that, was created over here. price keeps hitting this area right here and it keeps pushing down and selling, right? So basically why I took this trade right here is because I seen a wick, a long wick right here. I'm sorry for the colors of my candlesticks, but it's right here. Okay, so that is the long wick that I seen. And then I seen on a 30-minute time frame that this candlestick came back to retest this wick right here, right? So I said to myself, okay, well, I'm gonna put my stop loss a couple pips above. This is only 9 pips I'm risking here. A couple pips above this wick in my sell area. And then I'm going to see if it drops down for 20 pips. So right now we're a little bit above that area. It's creating a new little high, but we'll see how that goes. But, you know, this is still a valid sell to me because, again, we've been in a downtrend for this whole time now. And there's a lot of selling pressure here. There's been a lot of selling pressure here, as you guys can see. Okay, guys, so now we're on AUD USD. As you guys can see here, I have marked up a few buying areas right here. As you guys can see here, I had marked up my trend lines. There was a little double top pattern right here, right? Double top, and then it dropped, right? And then it started to hit my trend line point. So I started to mark that up. And then on my 4-hour, I noticed that there was an area of support here from all these wicks touching this area. And then I noticed right here where we are now, there was a wick, a pretty long wick right here on that same area. So this is another wick entry for me. So I went ahead, I looked at my 1-hour time frame. I said, okay, the price action is looking sweet. And I am going against the trend on this trade. You know, this is still an overall downtrend right here, but I am only going for 20 pips on this move. So again, usually when we get wicks like this on a 4-hour time frame, a bullish candle and bullish momentum is going to follow with it. So that's why I started to look for this trade on the 15-minute. Then I looked on the 15-minute and I seen, okay, now the price action is really looking sweet. Looks like we're on to the upside now. And also my TDI was looking sweet as well, showing me that momentum was going up. So this is another entry that I took and I said, okay, I'm gonna place my stop loss, just 10 pips underneath the trend line, because after that, I don't wanna be in a trade anymore anyways. And this is just going for 20 pips. Even though it is a current downtrend, I'm going for a buy just for 20 pips to see if it'll come up to this area. As you guys can see, AUD USD, it's all just based off this one wick. Even on US 30, we pay attention to the wicks. We draw up our support and resistance and areas of interest. As you guys can see, there's multiple wicks on this bottom area right here, this support area. So this is why this is bullish. Right. And I knew that, you know, I made this green because this is my buyer. Anytime it comes back up here, I'm going to be looking for buys. And I seen this long wick right here. So I marked it up. And this is how I mark it up. It has to be exactly the whole wick. Right. So I put the box right over the whole wick. And this is my sell area within this wick. OK, so that's how that works. Okay, guys, so when price goes back up here, I'm going to be looking for some action. Right over here, I'll be looking for some sell opportunities. Or you can wait for price to come back down here again. Also, I want you guys to be very careful because this is US 30. But another thing that you guys can do with wick entries is place buy and sell limits. So as you guys can see, every time price goes to my buy area, price goes up. So I can say, okay, this is the area where I'm looking to buy. I can go ahead and place a buy limit when price gets to this area. Whatever price I want, boom, price gets right over here, add my buy limit, and then I could go ahead and put my TP and stop loss. Right under it. Boom, buy limit based off of wicks. Okay, same thing with this. You know, if you wanted to, you could do a sell limit right here and say, okay, if price gets up here to this point, I'm going to sell, right? Sell limit, price gets up here, put your stop loss, something like that, and see if you could catch a move back down. Okay, just because this big wick was right there and there was a lot of selling pressure. Okay, so definitely use your buy and sell limits when it comes to wick entries as well, if you would like. Okay, guys, so look at this situation right here. We're on Euro USD, and as you guys can see, I marked up my resistance or my sell area and my buy area, right? Or support, and we're coming down to this buy area again. So what I would like to see, price come down lower, right? Make this red real quick. Price come down lower, red bearish bar, and then maybe we get another one. But this time, price goes up. Right, but before it went up, maybe we had a long wick right here, and price goes up. And if we see that wick on the 4-hour time frame, we can go into our entry time frame, and we can enter like this and put the stop loss below the wick. And then boom, go for our pips to the upside. This is what I would want to see. That's how I would trade the wick if I see the wick on a 4-hour time frame. Even if you are just scalping, like this is US 30 on the 1-hour time frame, wicks like this lead to big bullish moves in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. You know, made some good money on US 30.
I hope that you got some value out of this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm gonna be teaching you guys all year long how to get that easy money. Let's get it.
10K gone, little bit broken and flip it again. 20 lots deep. I need a